Welcome to the MamasteFit YouTube channel. In this workout, we're going to be moving through 22 minutes together of a full body workout. So we're going to do some squats, we're going to do deadlifts, lunges, some rows, and then finishing up each round with a core exercise. And all of this is going to be unconventional core work. So you may not be thinking of these exercises as core, but this is great for pregnancy. This is great for postpartum. So we're excited for you to join us. Welcome to the MamasteFit Prenatal On-Demand Workout Program. In this full body workout, we're going to start with a squat with banded row. And so for the attachment variation, we're going to need a band attached around chest level that you'll use for the exercise, and then you can hold a free weight on your other side. If you don't want to use an attachment point, you can hold the band in your free hand, and as you do the movement, you're going to anchor the hand with your opposite hand as you row while doing your squats. Or you can just hold one weight on one side of your body as you do your squats for half of it, and then you'll switch to the other side. After that, we're going to move into suitcase deadlifts using one medium to heavy weight, holding it just on one side. We'll move into some curtsy lunges where you can hold a weight if you'd like, or it can be body weight. We'll move into some lateral hip shift rows. We'll need 2 light to medium weights. And then we're going to finish up each round with some standing marches with a front rack hold using 2 weights again. So for this workout, you're going to need a long resistance band, 2 light to medium weights, and then 1 medium to heavy weight. Once you got your equipment, we'll go ahead and get started with today's workout. We're going to move through 2 rounds together. After the 2 rounds, if you want to continue to work out, feel free to repeat the video or do the exercises on your own. Starting round number 1 with that squat row. So you'll hold the band in one hand, and then in your free hand, if you want, you can hold some weight, or you can just do it body weight. And again, if you don't want to use an attachment point, you can hold the band with your free hand to anchor it, or just hold one weight on the side. So we'll start with one side, we'll do it for a minute, and then we'll switch to the other side. So start with your feet slightly wider than hip distance, toes slightly pointed out. Inhale to lower down as you reach forward with the band, and then exhale to extend in the hips as you row. Inhale to lower, exhale to come on up. So at the bottom, we have lengthen the glute and lengthen that lat. And then at the top, the glutes are contracting as that lat is rowing. So we have this simultaneous lengthening and contraction within the posterior oblique sling. So that posterior oblique sling is that cross on the back side of your body that helps to stabilize across the SI joint and the lower back. At the top, you can think slight tuck underneath of your butt. If you're feeling a lot of compression or discomfort in the low back, you could be arching, and so we want to think tuck the butt underneath as we row. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So we'll have about 15 seconds to switch to the other side. Go ahead and bring that free weight to your shoulder and hold the band in your opposite hand now. So it's going to be the same movement, but now it's the other arm. Inhale to lower and reach. Exhale, come up and row. So again, think at the top, kind of tucking that butt underneath to avoid arching in the back. So if you're feeling a lot of strain or kind of crunching in the low back, it could be that you're very extended. And so we just need to think to almost tuck and engage in the glutes a little bit more. Go ahead and release the band and grab onto your medium to heavy weights now for that suitcase deadlift. So with the deadlift, the difference between a deadlift or a hinge and a squat is the hips are going back to shine the light behind you, not to the floor, which is more of that squat. Hold the weight just in one hand And we're gonna try to maintain our upright position as we lower the weight down and stand up. Inhale to lower, push those hips back. Exhale to stand up. And then as you lower, we're trying to keep that chest square to the floor. So we're not rolling with it. We're resisting that rotation towards the floor. Thinking about even weight distribution throughout the foot. So big toe, pinky toe side, and center of the heel. Hips go back, and then they come forward. Think slight tuck underneath at the top. If you're feeling any discomfort in the lower back as you go up and down, you may be sagging or really disengaged in the shoulder. So think shoulder down and back, and then keep that weight towards your body the entire time. Don't let it swing forward. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So we got about 15 seconds to switch. After this, we're gonna move into those curtsy lunges. So feet are parallel towards one another, right around hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider depending on comfort. And then inhale, push those hips back, and then exhale, come on up. Inhales to lower, exhale up. And we're thinking engage in the upper body to keep that weight close to you. If you let it come forward, it's gonna put a lot of strain into that lower back. And now if your belly is hitting your thighs, maybe we're starting to show a little bit, just spread the feet out just a little bit, and that weight can come more in between the legs, but still very active in the upper body. When it comes to modifying throughout pregnancy, it's more about modifying based on your symptoms so you can stay comfortable as you lift. Go ahead and place that weight down, and now we're gonna move into those curtsy lunges. We'll do 1 minute on one leg and then go straight into the other leg. If you wanna hold on to weights, feel free. You can also do this body weight. So with the curtsy lunge, your leg is gonna step behind you. You'll lower down, come back up. If you wanted to step the feet together, feel free, or you can keep it to more of like a split squat in a curtsy setup. Inhales to lower down, exhale, stand up. And again, if you wanna hold weights, feel free. If you wanna do a body weight and move a little bit quicker, that's totally fine as well. As you lower, think about even weight throughout the foot. So there's tons of weight in the big toe, the pinky toe side. We're not flailing to the outside of the foot as we lower. We're not caving that knee in. Five seconds, we'll switch legs. Pull weight in the other foot and step back. After this, we're gonna move into our lateral hip shift with rows. So you'll grab onto your 2 light to medium weights. And only go down as far as it feels accessible to you. So if you're stepping back and you're only going down a little bit, that's totally fine. We're still moving. If you're going all the way down, knees touching the floor, that's fine too. Prenatal fitness is all about finding what feels best for you in your body that day and being okay with it looking differently than maybe how it looks in my body, how it maybe looked in your body yesterday. You're literally growing a person. Let's go ahead and grab onto our 2 light to medium weights for those bent over rows. So with the lateral hip shift and row, you'll start, feet are parallel, and they're gonna be wider than hip distance. You're gonna hinge forward at the waist, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a bend in the knees, and then I'll straighten one leg as I come to one side, and then row that weight. So it'll look like this. So it may seem complicated. So exhale, row to one side, and then switch. So you're essentially rowing to the side that you're shifting your weight towards. The opposite hip is rotating towards the bent leg. So we have rotation in the pelvis. The upper body is helping to aid in that rotation by reaching to the floor and pulling that weight back. Keep weight in both big toes. You should feel kind of a stretch in the stand, the straight legs growing in inner thigh, and in the bent legs, deep glute. So if you want to move slow as you switch from side to side, it's totally fine. If you want to move a little bit faster, that's great too. Let's finish up this round with a standing front rack march. So you'll bring your weights in front of you, almost like you're doing like a bicep curl, and then we're gonna stand in place and march without overly arching back. So trying to keep that upright position, you're gonna feel your core turn on a lot more, as opposed to if you lean backwards. So maintaining upright with more load on the front is gonna work your core more. So begin to march from foot to foot, and you can hold here for a second or two before you switch. And then again, the more upright you are, the more you're gonna feel this in your core. If you begin to lean back with the weight, it's gonna be a little bit easier, but a little bit forward. And even like the further out you hold the weight, the more you're gonna feel it in your core as well. But still thinking we're not arching in the back. Think almost like tuck the butt underneath to keep yourself upright. Let's go ahead and place those weights down. And now we're gonna move back into round number 2, back to our squat row. So again, if you're not doing the attachment point, you can anchor with your hands or just hold the weight on one side. If you are using an attachment point, either trust the band or both the weight and the band. So bring one weight up to your shoulder if you're using the weight. There should already be some tension in the band before you lower. Inhale to lower down or reach forward. Exhale, come up and row. Think tucking that butt underneath. And then explore the depth of the movement. If you are just not feeling it today, maybe we just go a quarter squat. Maybe you find full depth. It's really up to you. There is no best that we all need to be doing. A part of prenatal fitness is learning to let go of the ego and accepting where you are right now and being okay with needing to modify, needing to adjust intensity just based on your symptoms and how you're feeling. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So take that band, place it into the other hand, and then bring that weight to your opposite shoulder. If you are using a weight, make sure there's some tension in the band at the top. Inhales to lower, exhale to come on up. Think tuck the butt underneath. As you come up, you shouldn't be feeling any strain in the lower back. And then playing around with your depth to see what feels best for you. Maybe you're finding full depth. Maybe you're only going down a quarter of the way. Let's go ahead and move on to those suitcase deadlifts. So grabbing on to your medium to heavy weight. We're gonna hold the weight just on one side. So remember, hinges, hips are going back. Squats, hips are going down. So feet are just a little bit wider than hip distance or line to the hips. Or think even weight in the bottom of your feet. Inhale to push those hips back. Keep that weight close to your body, and then exhale to stand up. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So you'll have about 15 seconds to get to the other side. If you want to put the weight down, kind of shake the hips out a little bit, feel free. Inhale, so push those hips back. Exhale, stand up. Whole time we're keeping that weight close to the body. So you're thinking, actively pull that weight back. If you lower and let it kind of come forward, it's going to put a lot of strain into that low back. Go ahead and place that weight down, and we're gonna move into those curtsy lunges. Again, if you wanna hold weights as you do this, feel free, either one or two weights. You can also just do it body weight. We're gonna do 1 minute on one leg and then straight into the other leg. So 2 straight minutes of lunges. And then you can step all the way back and forward each time, or keep your feet where they are for more of a split squat. Inhale to step back, lunge, exhale to come on up. And then same thing here, think about the depth. So maybe it's just little quarter squats. Maybe we're finding knee to floor. Keeping weight fairly even through the bottom of your foot. So again, not flailing to the outside of the foot or caving in. Weights in both the big toe and that pinky toe side. Let's switch feet. Weights even through the bottom of the foot, and then choose your level of depth and how much your feet are moving. So again, your feet can just stay where they're at as you go up and down if you need a little bit less movement, and we can also decrease how far down we go. Let's grab onto our 2 light to medium weights for the lateral hip shift rows. So we're gonna use the rotation of the upper body with a reach and a row to help us rotate our upper body towards the bent leg. This is gonna bring us into a hip shift on that side where that opposite hip is driving forward to bring us deeper into this glute and into that opposite groin. So go ahead and reach for one side and then switch. And take your time with it. Spend some time to feel it and then switch. If you want to do it without weights, you can do the same reach and row without your weights. So we're thinking lots of weight in the big toes. So keep the big toes of both feet down. As you go from side to side, really think about that opposite hip is driving forward. That'll bring you deeper into that groin. So you can reach and row with no weight, or you can reach and row with weight if you want to move in a little bit deeper. Sometimes I find coming back to body weight helps me to focus on it and feel it a little bit more, so there is no right or wrong. Let's finish up with that standing march with front rack hold. So holding the weight out in front of us. And again, we really want to focus on maintaining an upright position, not leaning backwards. So something that I find really helpful is to have mirrors as I work out, especially during pregnancy, because sometimes our proprioception is a little bit different when there's a lot of changes happening within our body. So go ahead and hold those weights out in front of you and begin to march in place. And the further out you hold the weight, a little bit more you're gonna feel it in the core, but the main thing is to maintain that upright position. So if you hold it way out, but you're leaning all the way back, we're kind of defeating the purpose. So think slight tuck underneath, and then march from foot to foot. Thanks so much for joining me for today's workout. If you want more workouts like this workout came from our Prenatal On-Demand program. You can check out our Prenatal On-Demand program at our website at MamasteFit.com. And that program is gonna be full follow-along videos that you work out with me at the same time. The program is split up by week-to-week progression, so week 5, 6, all the way to week 41 with full videos, list of exercises, and tons of exercises to keep you strong and comfortable throughout your pregnancy. If you prefer to follow a traditional workout app where it's just a list of exercise with demo videos, you can check out our prenatal strength workout program, which is also offered on our website at MamasteFit.com. And you can grab either option on our site and use code YouTube10 to get 10% off any of our online offerings, both for pregnancy, for postpartum, our education courses, as a thank you for joining us. And if you enjoy this workout, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we release new workouts every Tuesday with tons of educational content, both in long form videos and shorts. So thanks so much for joining me.